tomorrow starting out in the 70s. We'll climb into the 80s pretty fast, maybe some hit and miss storms as we head towards lunchtime. Heat index values where we get the sunshine going could approach the 100 to 105 degree range. And again, some of those hit and miss storms will be possible throughout the day. Quick update on the tropics. We've been monitoring a tropical wave coming off the coast of Africa over the past couple of days. Now the National Hurricane Center is highlighting it for a low chance for developing as it moves off towards the west over the next couple of days or so. So plenty of time to monitor this. This is way out in the Atlantic, and looking at the satellite, noticing not much thunderstorm activity with it at the moment. It's dealing with a lot of dry air and Saharan dust, all that orange and yellows there on the water vapor showing you a lot of dry air, but it's got this little bubble here of moisture that it's working with, so it's trying to hold together as it slowly tracks off towards the west. Over the coming days, throughout the weekend into the middle of the week, we're going to see that big ridge of high pressure over the Atlantic. That will continue to steer it towards the Caribbean. However, there's a lot of uncertainty with this. Is it going to be able to survive the dry air? Will it be able to survive the Saharan dust? And what is going to happen if it interacts with the land across the Caribbean? So a lot of unknowns with this, but it is something we're going to keep an eye on as we go into the middle of next week. A little too early to say exactly how it organizes, where it goes from there, or who it could impact if it does organize into anything. The next name on the list is Debby, followed by Ernesto. 7-day forecast. It looks like this.
No, and it's not that I don't know how to forecast, and I'm not I'll be honest, I'm not a meteorologist. I'm a weather enthusiast that has been doing this for a long time, longer than 15 years, so I've got experience. But as any meteorologist will say, I don't know. We just don't know what's going to happen, or even if you're in Louisiana. The reason why this is fact, the area of chances of development are because of the uncertainty. This is like your cone of uncertainty, where it might form. Does it form here? Does it form here? Does it form here? Here? We'll find out in about 4 days or 5 days. So, sorry folks if I did hype things up a little bit yesterday, the day before. I'm telling you, that consistency got me riled up, and now it's gone. So now I'm left with frustration. I'm left with frustration. I'm sure you guys are looking at me like, I feel the same way too, David. Weather is very unpredictable, I know. Brother Rich.
We have to see if there's going to be any daytime thunderstorm development coming in out of the southeast. The general steering for these systems from my east and central Floridians will keep the storms coming in. So they're going to be rotating out of the east and southeast, coming across the peninsula towards the center.
The hurricane. See that hurricane out there? There's another thing you can do. He thinks this is one hurricane.
I don't know if it's Zackery or the hurricane or Debby. Zackery or Debby. Could be both. That's causing this. think the hurricane may have. Yep. Mal. Well, recording is definitely behind me. Yeah, we did it. I can't read it. I'm recording. Hold on. Oh, okay. And I didn't. Mal. Yeah, because it's a tropical storm. I think the tropical storm made it storm.
Close the door.
So yes, it's coming back. I think the hurricane has something to do with this. I'm gonna go up here.
Close that door. You got window. Grandma, why you needed something in the kitchen? Huh?
You thought you wanted to move in?
Boy, come and get out of this shit. Turn the light on so you can say. Stop trying to stop it. You know what I tell you to do? You have clothes, don't you? Do you not have clothes?
Yes.
You move stuff over. Stop trying to stuff shit. Stretch your damn clothes all up. Now give me that clothes. Stop trying to do that. See that room?
Yes.
Put it in there. And I know you're in that bed. How many times I tell you to stay out that bed when it's made?
Stop getting in it.
Exactly. Get them socks up off that floor. The fuck is that on the floor? Boy, pick this rock or whatever it is out here on the floor.
I think this hurricane has
So Central Florida, the Four Corners, Sumter, Orange, Polk, Osceola, you will be okay. We just have to watch radar. During the day, as the sun comes up, we have a lot of moisture, a lot of instability out there. So we could see some flaring up of our thunderstorms and get a bit of a 1-2 punch from not only the feeder bands, but then our daytime thunderstorms that we're very familiar with here in Florida. Is it safe to go to work overnight? I get off at 8 a.m. in Tallahassee. Absolutely not, Chrissy. You should stay home. Stay home. Definitely stay home.
No, so
Please.
it's not even gonna happen.
I'm not an emergency
Yeah.
advisor. I
think
volunteer
that's
with emergency services, but I'm not an official source. But
I put Hurricane Debby severe thunderstorm on too, but no. Alexa, what's the weather? Oh, it's the hurricane. It could be the other. Well, this had to be the hurricane. Maybe not this.
personally, just as a person, a human being, implore you. First of all, working overnight, I've done that. Back in my weather squadron, I was very familiar with 12-hour overnight shifts. They are rough. They say that driving on low sleep is just as bad, if not worse, as driving under the influence of who knows what. So I would definitely say, especially if we're expecting this thing to be bearing down on that area between 5 and 8 a.m., conditions are going to be rough up there. So I would definitely encourage you to stay home, or even just leave a little early, work a half shift. Try to be home around 4 o'clock so you can just barely beat it as it's on approach. If we come back over to the models here, we'll just use the H-Warp since I have it pulled up. This is 8 o'clock in the morning on this chart. A 983 millibar hurricane right over Tallahassee at 8 o'clock in the morning. Look at the timestamp up there. This is what the forecast is. And that's why I'm concerned that Hurricane Center has it in a little late.
No, it's the hurricane.
There may be other folks who are not watching the stream like yourself, Chrissy, who are in that area thinking, okay, I have time to maybe go to church or go run some errands, go to brunch for some reason.
It's from the hurricane.
Floridians are funny. We're built different. I don't know, whatever the case may be, but...
I found out. I have a question.
Jeremiah, come here.
I found out it was from the hurricane.
Yeah. Give me a bowl.
I told you, they're fighting.
Boy, come on here.
Ma'am.
Go give me a big bowl. 202. That's all he did. I don't need you to fill it up. I just need a bowl. Okay, well, hurry up. I don't need no water, nothing in it. I just need her bowl. I just need a bowl.
I put water and I filled I poured the water. Wait, you did need to fill up. You see
No,
that?
I did not. I needed it empty. I'm gonna do.
See, when they get to my impasse, they want that one. You get to my impasse. Like that was, I think this was.
I would definitely encourage, especially as the sun comes up tomorrow morning, you want to just stay inside, and just be safe.
Let's see.
Kenneth E. Banks, thanks for tuning in from the Cayman Islands, sunny and beautiful.
That's what it looks like.
Family
This
and
thing
friends in northern and
is
central Florida.
causing
Kenneth, we
severe
thank you very much for
thunderstorms.
that.
Like it
We
just
appreciate it. We're going to be
caused
watching your area in the Cayman
Yeah.
Islands for this stuff coming in out of the Atlantic. We have an AOY out there with a 10-20% chance. 10% chance over the next 48 hours, 20% chance over the next
Then
7
it goes
days,
straight south.
and then we have another AOY that will likely be stamped in the next 7, maybe 10 days. So, what's the chances of this affecting parts of central Virginia? Dr. Sleep,
I thought
that is
we're not gonna
way
get-
out.
if I just go by
We're
what
looking
they
at
said.
maybe seeing some rainfall in Virginia from
It
this
just means
feature
that we're
into
not gonna get
next
all that.
weekend with as slow as this system's going to move. Kevin, it's coming. I'm down in Cape with 50-mile-an-hour gusts and sheets of rain from the bands. Yeah, these rain bands that are coming in are definitely going to produce tropical storm conditions. If you look at the radar here,
So we
the
got a
possible
hurricane
reflectivity,
right there.
these
and I
areas
thought
with
not-
stronger bands, look at these little feeder bands of higher reflectivity. This is where your tropical storm conditions will be furthest away
I
from the
thought we're not
center. The
getting
center is
anything,
here.
but I guess anything
Not
there for
looking too
hurricane.
good.
Yes, you will get something. Yes, you will get something. That's totally news. Alright, one day's gonna hurricane.
What is up, weather enthusiasts? I'm your host, Cat's Path Drifter. Let's get right into the weather. Alright, so here's the situation we have for you, ladies and gentlemen. Tropical Storm Debby is rapidly intensifying as it is approaching the Big Bend region of Florida. It is currently west of the Tampa Bay area, as it is moving toward the United States at a very alarming rate as it's making its final approach towards Florida, expected to make landfall, and then be a major flash flooding threat for much of the southeastern United States. So we're going to go ahead and pay attention to that, and we're going to go ahead and show you the latest public advisory. It's
I thought we're not getting an impact.
23 degrees north, 84.4 degrees west. It's going to be its maximum steam winds have dramatically increased since the stream. At around 1 a.m. when we had the last update, it was at 45 miles per hour. Now we're up to 65 miles per hour. It is moving north-northwest at 13 miles per hour.
I thought
And
it's
its
not-
minimum central pressure is 992 millibars. It was, I believe, 1,003 12 hours ago. So now we're down to 992, and I guarantee you that those winds are going to catch up to that pressure, because this is a relatively low pressure for a storm of this size. It's overall a gigantic storm, kind of like how Alberto was. It's an average size storm, and a pressure of typically with a 65 mile per hour tropical storm would generally be around 998, 997 millibars. We're down to 992. And that's kind of the equivalent pressure of a Category 1 hurricane on average. And I fully expect those winds to catch up to that pressure in the next few hours. It's most likely going to do that tonight, so we'll keep you updated on that as the sun starts to go down and allows for colder cloud tops to form and develop. Here's the latest that we have. We can go ahead and show you the cone we have hurricane warnings in effect for much of the
Let me
Big
go
Bend
and
of
see what
Florida.
happens.
Hurricane Tampa Bay. Tropical storm warnings remain in effect for much of the western
Oh, that's
Florida
why it
coast.
shifted towards
And
more
we are
closer
now
to
have
us.
tropical
It's about to
storm
be a
warnings in
hurricane now.
effect for the coast of Georgia and South Carolina.
This hurricane is not playing.
Move over there and bring gusty winds and a lot of rainfall over there. So we can go ahead.
I thought that
Would
just not
generally
getting.
be around 998, 997 millibars.
I'm assuming
Down to
I'm not getting
992,
at
and
all.
that's a kind of the equivalent pressure of a Category 1 hurricane on average. And I fully expect those winds to catch up to that pressure in the next few hours. It's most likely going to do that tonight, so we'll keep you updated on that as the sun starts to go down and allows for colder cloud tops to form and develop. Here's the latest that we have. We can go ahead and show you the cone. We have hurricane warnings in effect for much of the Big Bend of Florida, hurricane watches for the Apalachicola Bay to north of Tampa Bay. Tropical storm warnings remain in effect for much of the western Florida coast, and we now have tropical storm watches in effect for the coast of Georgia and South Carolina, as this thing is expected to move over there and bring gusty winds and a lot of rainfall over there. So we can go ahead and also show you the tropical storm force extend out 140 miles from the center. However, it is easterly lopsided right there, and I do fully expect that to start to slowly wrap around as this thing starts to approach Florida. But the majority of the tropical storm force winds are on its eastern side, so it's a little bit lopsided in that regard.
Wet hurricane. I think on that.
But one thing we're continuing to keep an eye on is the rainfall with this. Weather Prediction Center is now calling for a huge area of 12 to 16 inches of rain
Oh, I can't go on
from
the basis.
the Big Bend of Florida all the way to North Carolina, with 16 to 20 inches expected for Savannah and Charleston. And those two cities right there are going to be in the bulk of this rainfall. So you guys are going to need to pay very close attention to it. Jacksonville's
I
getting
don't know.
Livingston's getting 8 to 12 inches of rain. The Tampa Bay area, including Pinellas County, is getting 8 to 12 or 6 to 8 inches of rain still. So we
Ma'am.
have to keep very close tabs on that.
Oh, we got impacted by the hurricane.
Where you going? What I just said to do? Get that broom and sweep. How about that? should know better. You ain't finna do that, girl. Yes, how you feel nobody know your name? And you be around there or whatever. You could at least say I can't remember your name or what's your name again, and that's how you do it. He ain't gonna never have no friends. Nobody gonna wanna be around him. They gonna look at him as weak. You gotta start saying, talking to folks, having conversations, not just grown ups or kids your age. Do you understand? You saying yes, but you still don't do it. If something happened to you right now, if you died, you ain't gonna have nobody at your funeral because ain't nobody gonna know. It's not funny. It's not. We don't teach you like that. That is not funny at all. I know sometimes I don't remember names, but I say, I'm sorry, but I can't remember your name. What's your name? Okay, cool. I bet sometimes say that and you sit there looking stupid.
Yes. Get off that phone.
Are y'all? Not fun. I think I
Storm
was
surge
going to go in the
continues to be
anyway,
at
but
6 to 10 feet from much of the West End. So we'll have to pay attention to that. 5 to 8 feet now in Swanee River,
yeah, man, let's
5
make
feet
sure
in
small
Tampa
now
Bay
don't get
and
another.
Yankeetown in that area. And 4 to 6 feet for parts of Appalachia Bay. And 2 to 4 feet of surge is now expected for parts of Georgia and South Carolina. So we're going to have to pay very close attention to that. We have storm surge warnings all over the place. We can go ahead and show you that right here. We have storm surge warnings from Tampa Bay all the way until the Apalachicola Bay, and storm surge
Storm
warnings
surge.
now affecting
That could be strong.
for the entire Georgia coast and the southern two-thirds of South Carolina, and for Florida, what we're paying attention to is storm
Is this the
surge
hurricane
warnings
right here?
affect for Punta Gorda and the Charlotte Harbor, so we'll have to keep close tabs on that. Regardless, a lot of information is coming in the flood protection. There is now a high risk of flash flooding for Charleston and Savannah.
Category 1 hurricane on average, and I fully expect those winds to catch up to that pressure in the next few hours. It's most likely going to do that tonight, so we'll keep you updated on that as the sun starts to go down and allows for cold cloud tops to form and develop. Here's the latest that we have. We can go ahead and show you the cone. We have hurricane warnings in effect for much of the Big Bend of Florida, hurricane watches for the Apalachicola Bay to north of Tampa Bay. Tropical storm warnings remain in effect for much of the western Florida coast, and we now have tropical storm watches in effect for the coast of Georgia and South Carolina, as this thing is expected to move over there and bring gusty winds and a lot of rainfall over there. So we can go ahead and tropical storm extend out 140 miles from the center. However, it is easterly lopsided right there, and I do fully expect that to start to slowly wrap around as this thing starts to approach Florida. But the majority of the tropical storm winds are on its eastern side, so it's a little bit